What's up, guys? Hope y'all are doing well. I wanted to go over the worksheet, a few of them. First one I want to go over is 6. So, on number 6, we have negative 2x squared minus 16x minus 35. Now remember, you always want to label it every time you're dealing with this. That's a 2. That's squared, even though it looks like a z. But anyway, you always want to label each problem as you go. So this is the equation or formula that we're using. And so anytime with the squared is a, anytime the coefficient with the variable is b, and just the number is c. So it's very important to label it or get the labeled right. So, like for instance, if this negative 2x squared was, I don't know, swapped with the 35, the negative 2x squared would still be a. So don't always think that just because this is first, this is second, this one's third, that's going to be a, b, and c. It's not always like that. But anyway, so this is the equation we're using. X equals negative b over 2a. But again, don't think of it as negative b. Think of it as the opposite of b. So, and also this just finds x. So, to do that now, our b is negative 16. So again, think of the opposite of negative 16. So this would turn into a positive 16 over 2 is just the number 2. And a, our a is negative 2. You don't include the variable when plugging in for a. I think some people kind of got that a little bit confused with the previous lesson. So now we have 16 over 2 times negative 2. So 2 times negative 2, we get negative 4. And then 16 divided by negative 4 is negative 4. So negative 4 is our x. So now we just have to do the, the other part of the problem now, the second half. So now we plug negative 4 in because this is our x into each x that we have. So it becomes, where do I want to do it at? Let's do it over here. So we have negative 2, parenthesis. Anytime you plug in a number for an x or any variable, just put it in parentheses. It makes it a lot easier. Minus 16, open parenthesis, negative 4, close parenthesis, minus 35. Wow, that might, no, I'm going to fix that. So, wow, that might be like my best, I guess, handwriting on paint. So, yeah. Enjoy it while it lasts, I guess. But anyway, so we've plugged in the numbers. So remember, think of order of operations. So let's do the exponent first. So negative 4 squared, negative 4 times negative 4 gives you a positive 16. So we're going to do negative 2, 16, minus 16, negative 4, minus 35. And now we can just pull out a basic calculator on our phone, like this is what I'm doing. And you can just do simply negative 2 times 16. So that gives you negative 32. And then you could do negative 16 times negative 4, which gives you positive 64. And then you can just bring down this negative 35. So then you could just do negative 32 plus 64 minus 35. Oops. That did not look right. 64 minus 35 minus 32. Negative 3. So yeah, this is your y. So the ordered pair of the vertex of the parabola would be -4, -3. And I just realized that the video I posted last week about me drawing the graph, because I rewatched the video, and the whole graph that I drew was covered by my little face and the square in the bottom right corner. So yeah, that's completely my fault. But you know, I'm getting better at this. So yeah, this is where the vertex is. Yeah. All right, so that was number 6. So now let's do number 7. Again, just as like a little visual. So that one was, the last one was -4, -3. So what that means is 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so what that means is, so -4, -3 was our previous answer. So what that means is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So roughly, our graph would kind of look like that, except the graph would look a little better. But anyway, but also though, like I said in the previous video, axis of symmetry is just the x. Why? Because axis of symmetry basically means wherever basically you could fold over the parabola and it would still be the same, still be symmetric. So also, an important thing to get is you can only have an axis of symmetry on the x-axis because this is still a function. You could do the vertical line test, and you'd never cross it twice, which that was a really bad line, but I think you get the point. Whereas if you did it, I don't know, just to say your quadratic equation looked like that, which that's a really bad one. But also, I mean, technically, it would have a y-axis of symmetry, but again, this wouldn't be a function because you could do the vertical line test and it goes through it twice. So that's why axis of symmetry can technically only is for the x-axis. Anyway, maybe that helped, maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm just rambling on. All right, so let's do number 7. So -x squared minus 2x minus 2. All right, so we have y equals -x squared minus 2x minus 2. And remember our equation is -b over 2a. But remember, don't think of it as -b. Think of it as the opposite of b. And remember, anytime we have a squared, we label it as a. Just simply the variable next to it is b, and just the number is c. So I would do this for every problem. So for our first, to find the x, or x equals -b. Again, the opposite of b. Our b is -2. So the opposite would be 2 over 2 is just 2. A. Now, okay, -x. Now we know x is just 1. So this would be a -1. -1. All right, so this becomes 2 over -2, which becomes a -1. So our x equals -1. So now we're looking for the y. And now we have to plug, since -1, or x equals -1, we have to plug this number, -1, into this x and this x. So let's do it. So we have -1 squared minus 2 times -1 minus 2. All right, -1 squared, -1 times -1 is 1. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. And you just bring down the negative 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So our ordered pair is negative 1, 1. All right, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. I know I kind of go through them fast on these, but again, don't hesitate to ask. Anyway, I hope y'all having a great week, and see y'all later.